All right, so welcome once again, guys, back to this Oracle Identity Manager, Oracle Identity Federation, and Internet Directory installation series, right? So far we have covered the topics, related to the installation of Oracle Identity Federation, Internet Directory. So as I mentioned, I'm primarily specifying Oracle Identity Management because both the Internet Directory and Identity Federation are very much part of this Oracle Identity Manager installation suite, right? So though we are primarily focusing on only Internet Directory and Identity Federation, right? So far we have seen the installation of database, and then we have seen how to validate it with checking the listener status and so on. And then thirdly, we checked or probably I would say like we created and loaded the schemas based on using the repository creation utility, which is RCU. And finally, after that, the fourth video we saw how to install Oracle WebLogic Server, and then probably I think in the next video we covered configuring the domain. And in just the previous video, we saw how to install the Identity Federation and Internet Directory product, right? It was a bit lengthy process. Like it was taking almost close to about more than 90 minutes for me approximately. Though ideally, as per the documentation, it says like it should take 25 to 30 minutes. So in between, I would also say that my laptop was getting crashed and all that. So when I just was recording this, the previous video about the installation, as I was mentioning, all the steps except the one step, as you can see here, the related to the enterprise manager agent, right? So everything else was getting completed. So, and also again, I did uninstall and reinstall a couple of the WebLogic and other things, the complete middleware home and all that. I reinstalled the Oracle Identity Manager suite. But again, during that time when I was redoing it yesterday, my laptop again got crashed. So what I'm planning to do is, before I run into a problem, once again, I'm going to quickly show you whatever got installed, specifically the Identity Federation and Oracle Internet Directory. Okay. I believe the Enterprise Manager agent, I think I'm going to currently ignore this. So as you can see, all the other steps got completed, right? So yeah. So here you see the configuring Oracle Identity Manager components. It says create Oracle Internet Directory, starting and then deploying ODSM. Oracle Directory Services Manager is actually a browser-based utility which we are going to see now. And then configure Oracle Identity Federation. And just the last step after the deploy Oracle Identity Federation, there is one more small task which should show up here. It would say something like configure MB, message bean. Yeah. So as you can see, I just took the screenshot just part by part, like as and when as it was getting completed. So the last one should show up like 100%, 100% here, and of course, in an ideal scenario, this should also get completed and it should show 100% on the top. Okay, but in my case, it failed, so that's why it's just showing 77% completion. Okay, anyways. After that, I just validated it. I'm able to see Oracle Identity Federation as well as Oracle Internet Directory. Both the components are running fine. Okay. So after this, what I did is I just rebooted, or I would say like I just started my Oracle WebLogic server. Okay, the console, the primary console. Okay. So please note that it is actually listening in port 7002. Okay. And then both the managed services related to Oracle Identity Federation and Oracle Internet Directory. ODS is primarily for Internet Directory. Both these are listening in 7499 and 7005 port, okay, respectively. So, and the one other thing what I was mentioning in my previous video is, earlier I was actually having some trouble in getting this Enterprise Manager console are not running. Okay, even though the WebLogic WebLogic administration server console was running, this Enterprise Manager console was not running. So that was another reason why I had to go uninstall the Identity Manager. Sorry, yeah, Identity Manager as well as Oracle WebLogic server, and I just ensured that all my environment variables are set correctly. Okay, as you can see, These are the some steps which I took after just after I completed my last video. Okay, and also I had to fix one of the issue related to listener in database. Okay, I'll quickly show that also before we jump into this. So if you see here, okay, if I give this listener ls nrctl status, okay. Okay, so I need to go to that specific home Oracle home here. If I go here, app administrator, okay, product 11.2.1 db1 home bin, okay. So you have to navigate to this part, okay, and then now if you run this lsnr ctl, this one of the step that you do after we install, right after we install the database. So this entry, if you see here, it shows the listener is running fine, okay, but ORCL is the Oracle SID, or the identity. So this is the one environment variable we should have given, right? So there was one more entry just right beneath this, was the second line, the description, address, protocol, TCP, and there was one entry that was showing host equal to loopback IP address in addition to what you see here, okay. So I had to fix that issue. Okay. So what I did was I had to go to this, C colon Windows, right? And then system 32. Uh, this is the one. Obviously, you guys might be knowing now what I'm going to show. So I'm just going to quickly go to this etc host file. Okay. So if I just open this in the notepad, here this entry was actually missing. So I have to add this entry. Once I did this, the listener was just showing right as you can see now. Okay. The one which was just below the line, which was pointing to host equal to 127.0.0.1, that is no longer seen now. Okay, so that is the small step which I did. And also, if you run into any network related issues related to database, right? So you have to go to the specific network admin folder. Just go right to DB home, and then here you see DB home network, and under that, if you see admin, you will see all the listener.ora file and all that. So if you run into any issues, you need to check here. Okay, DNS names.ora, listener.ora, and SQLnet.ora. Okay, so that's a small information which I want to give you. So after I did this, I've validated whether all the environment variables are set correctly, specifically the path and all that. So if you wanted to just validate the environment variable that you have already given, just copy one or two variables. I'm just going to show only just one or two as an example here. Just give echo because it's a Windows machine, right? So just give the percentage symbol and then copy this here, middleware home or WebLogic home or whatever it is. Okay, just paste it. Oh, sorry, I think it got. Sorry, I need to. Okay, so this is how it is. So it's a C Oracle middleware. Okay, in the same way, you can just check the other variables also. Maybe I just wanted to see whether the domain home is appearing correctly. I just wanted to quickly check that. If not, I think, yeah, I think the domain home is not set correctly. Maybe I think it's not getting saved. So what we can do alternately is like, you have to go to this my computer properties, and then, sorry, just click on this properties, not manage, advanced system settings and environment variables. So here you need to set all these variables. So right now I've just copied them in the notepad. Maybe I'll just do it uh, uh, offline. I will just set it up, and then probably I'll just come back again recording this. And if there is any other stuff that we need to discuss, I'll just cover that in the next video. Okay, but these are some of the important variables that you would be setting up. Oracle Common, Domain Home, and all that. And one other thing, guys, which I wanted to really show you here is, uh, as I was telling you, this Enterprise Manager console was not coming up, earlier, even though the admin console was running successfully. It was throwing some error like error 404 and all that. I had actually literally, checked some of the documentation and all that. Nowhere I was able to find that. I came across one specific log, okay, and I can share the link also in the description box. You can take a look. Okay, I think there was this one specific blog which talked about this, uh, wherein it said like yeah, how to apply this enterprise manager fusion middleware, and it's with renaps.com. Okay, so here this is where I came across this, and then I identified that the enterprise manager installation is already is normally taken care when we configure the domain. Okay, so what we have to do is if you go here, okay, back to our server, what you have to do is when you go to the C Oracle middleware home, okay, and there is a some folder which should get created as part of installation Oracle underscore common, and within this there will be some another common folder, and within this you will see bin. Okay, so this is where you have to invoke this configuration file, executable file. It pops up this configuration wizard window, and so as you can see here, right now I've already configured it. So so you just click on extend an existing WebLogic domain, and you click next. Okay, and once you click next, and that's where you will see an option to select the domain. So please note that I since I did some couple of multiple installations, you might be seeing multiple domains, but I'm just selecting the top that you see there, IDM domain underscore IDP. Okay, I think yeah, this is the one. Okay, that's shown here. So if you click next, right, so this is where you see the option to see. Right now it's kind of grayed out because it's already configured. Okay, but if you don't see them, then you have to select them. You will see something like all the other options, wherein you'll be able to select this Oracle Enterprise Manager option and click next, and it should take roughly 10 minutes or maximum 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and you should be good to go. Okay. So, and one other thing is like, within middleware, you see Oracle Common. Same way, there is one more folder I want to show that also. See, within WL server also, you have something called Common, and then you click on bin and then go to config. That is, so don't, so just you have to remember the difference. So our requirement is to go to the Oracle Common, which is right below the middleware, and then within the common you see one more, within Oracle common you see one more common, and then bin folder there. Okay, so this is what we have to do. So once we did all that, right, like our enterprise manager console came up, and at that point of time, what happened was my admin server was running, but but both the managed servers related to the Oracle Internet Directory and the Oracle Identity Federation both were running, showing shutdown. Okay, so I had to physically start the WebLogic managed server. Okay, so in order to start the managed server, right, what you have to do is go to Oracle middleware, and then user projects domain, go to this particular domain. Okay, I think this is the correct domain. I think probably, yeah, this is the correct domain. Don't get confused, guys. So you might be seeing one more domain. So yeah, so if you go here, so here you see all the executable for starting the managed WebLogic server, which is for the managed server. Okay. And if you just wanted to start just admin server, you would start this. So you have to just come to this path and then just give start manage WebLogic. And if you want to start, just this OIF, you give start manage WebLogic space WLS underscore OIF1. Similarly, if you want to start just the ODS one, you will give start manage WebLogic one. Start manage WebLogic, and then space that particular server. So you may have to wait for a couple of minutes. In my case, it took almost like 5 minutes each, and both the servers came up and running. Okay, so once we did that, okay, now if you go to this home page, right, so this is how it looks like, the enterprise console. I will just quickly log out. See, it will show something like a form underscore IDM domain underscore IDP. Okay, it will always have the prefix form. Okay, so I just give the same username and password, WebLogic, and then I give the password. Whatever you used for the WebLogic admin console, the same username and password you'll be using for this also, Enterprise Manager console. So it will take some while, and since both the servers are up and running, everything is green. Otherwise, if it's just one, it will show just the other one in red. Whichever is down, it will show up in red. So here you can see all this. Okay. Now, if you expand this identity and access, right, and you just need to right click on this OIF, just right click on this, you'll see this. Or maybe I think even you can just double left click on it. Yeah, you should see something like this. So if you just click on this administration, you will see all the options for the identity federation related one. So if you will see the components related to server property, identity provider, service provider, identities, and so on. All these are, as you know by now, the identity federation is a component which would involve identity provider, service provider, and all that. Since we have not configured anything, it's just right after the installation. You are seeing these options blank. Otherwise, you would see the actual data there, right? And if I just click on identity service provider or identity provider, you will see these options. Like as you can configure using the SAML 2.0 protocol, SAML 1.1 protocol, WS Federation, OpenID, and so on, right? And of course, when you're going to integrate, or federate any application, you will obviously be, getting the SAML metadata of that particular application. You will exchange this SAML metadata, and you will do further configuration here. Okay, these are the various options that you would see here. Okay, so that's all we have. This is just an overview like of this installation, right? So when we configured them, we can include them in the separate video. So this is all we have for Oracle Identity Federation. In the same way, if I just right click this OID part, so here under administration, okay, or if you go to this directory services manager here, just click on data browser, right? And it will just pop up a new window here. See, as you can see here, it just says Oracle Directory Services Manager. And here it's got my username there. Okay. Sorry, the host name. And here my username, I just give cn equal to warcl admin. Okay, warcl admin. And then I give the same password which I used it at the time of configuring. Okay. I hope you can recollect those screenshot on the window. See, that's all. So this is what we have for Oracle Directory Services Manager, where you can see it's basically a browser where you can see the Oracle Internet Directory component. Okay. And one other place, I think just right before I recorded this video, I also observed this. My OID component was showing down, even though it was, everything was appearing green in the Identity Federation console. So what I did was, I just came to this window here. Okay, the OPM and CTL command. Let me show that here real quick. With that, we can conclude this video also. So you have to come to this, what you call C, and then Oracle middleware. This is a OID home directory, right? So instead of ASIN, INS2, you can also give your name like something like OID1, OID2, and so on. Okay. So this is the bin, this is the exact directory I'm there. So if you give here, you can see this OPM and CTL utility. Okay. So this is the one. Okay. Now what I do is just give OPM and CTL status. Okay. So what I'm doing wrong is, okay. Okay. Why am I not getting this here? I think I did just right before this. Let me close this window. Let me open this. Did something wrong here? Let me check this here. Okay. Let me check this command here. I think I was running it correctly. This is the same thing, which I'm using. Okay, so this is the command. Okay, opmnctl status. Maybe I should give. I think okay. I think what I need to do is maybe okay. I think that's the problem here, right? So what I will do is I will go here, copy this swarm. No, I think we did it. We did this, small. There's a small typo here. Let's see now. If this is still not coming up, then we need to. Oh, this is some problem there. Okay, I'll just check this, and probably I should really get this sorted. I just wanted to see you this. I mean, show you this command or the utility related to the Oracle Internet Directory. Okay, and I'll just get this sorted, and then I'll cover this in my next video. Okay, but I think I've covered pretty much almost everything related to this installation so far. So I hope you guys are able to understand and get something out of this. Okay, if you have any queries, do let me know. Please feel free to text in the description or the comments box, and I'll be able to assist you. Thank you. Thanks everyone.